On the selection side, you'll see that once an object is selected, I select the windows, as Caddie confirmed in the object properties, but you can select any object. It remains selected till you're going to press escape. So if I'm going to orbit my model, as you can see, it remains selected. That's normally for making changes in your object properties of that particular object. So even if I go to TIFA top view, you'll see that it remains selected. Even if I go to, let's just change to another view, it remains selected. But if I go to, say, hidden line, it remains selected, wireframe, so I'm going to press escape. As soon as I'm going to press escape, then it will unselect the object. Then you may notice that if I left click my left button of my mouse, now that's the orbit command, or even if you make use of the normal 3D orbit, constraint orbit command, is that you'll notice that there's a green dot. Now that green dot presents the middle or the center point of your 3D orbit. Now that is getting controlled under a setting in your status bar where it says 3D orbit. You will notice that it says use objects on screen as rotation center. Now that's your default setting, but you can tell Caddie, set a custom center point for the 3D orbit. By clicking on the command, and Caddie asks us, enter the custom center point for 3D orbit. So I'm going to say S for snap. Now you can make use of any particular point, what you would like to use. I'm just going to use this plane now as a reference. So I'm going to indicate the endpoint of the plane. I've set it, so now I'm going to ask Caddie to use this custom point as rotation center. So I click on the command, so that means now if I use my shift left button of my mouse, it uses that new reference point as the center of my orbit. Green dot that you see there, the color is also getting controlled under environment settings. So if I go to environment set on the left hand side and we go down to orbit, if I scroll down, your orbit center size, as well as then the color itself. So if you would like to change the color, it's getting done under your environment set.